What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mistick's MMOs. I'm your host, Mistick Raven. Alright, so this is the secret build. It's top secret. And if you're watching it, congratulations. You're about to know the secret. So, which class is greater with Kinras? The stamps work. Why? First, before I get into the build, why? Simple. Bound armament. While slotted, your max stamina is increased by 8%, and your light attacks deal 10% more damage. Ooh. So let's go ahead and get into the build, shall we? Okay, character sheet. We've got all of our points allocated into stamina. I am an orc. You can use Wood Elf. You can also use Khajiit, and you know, Dunmer is an option as well. So there are a lot of options. I like orc, so I decided to keep with orc. You'll have to make adjustments based on each race. So this configuration is set up for the orc. Now, our max health is 21.6. You know, I could take it down maybe a little bit, but I feel comfortable there. Max stamina is 31.9, close to 32. Stamina recovery 1772 before the pot. Once we drink the pot, then we're at 2152. Now with our brutality potion, our base is 5.7 weapon damage. We are going to be using a maul on our primary bar, so our penetration is at 5,878. Now a lot of people would argue against maul depending on configurations, and you should have a secondary weapon in case, but the biggest thing that we always want to do is make sure we're at the 5.3 minimal. So the maul serves that purpose in this configuration. Wood Elf could get away with not running a maul, but pretty much the maul serves a function depending on who you're grouped with. You sometimes when you do randoms or you're in a 4-man, you don't know who you're grouped with, what they got, you know, if packs, Torok packs available, all these other factors. So I do recommend the maul for this. Okay, now very important, we're going to be using the Thief Mundus and Lava Foot Soup and Sultries. Okay, let's get into the sets. Okay, of course we're going to be using Kinras. That's why you came. What class is best with Kinras is the stamps work due to bound armaments. Precise, glyphed with shock damage. Let me show you guys something. Right? We go into skills and we go into storm calling, and we're going to get a 5% extra damage to shock or physical. Now you can go physical, but shock works just as good too. And that's what I really like about this build. If you want to go physical, you can. I opted for the shock. Let's say I wanted to go ahead, put flame on it. You know, you got a 12, 2.5, 2.6. Now, if your tank has incarnate, or you know, even a DK blows flames, the flame damage would do more. But of course, we don't know that. So once again, we assume we don't know who we're grouping with at any time, so we want to take advantage of the passives that are apparent to our class. Okay, in a a formatted group, things can change. Okay, Maelstrom, perfected lightning staff. Lightning, why? Because we deal more damage on shock. Once again, if you're in a a regular configuration, you might opt for the flame, but you never know. We want to take advantage of that scale factor. Okay. Infused weapon damage enchantment increase. Okay. Why the Maelstrom staff? Well, it gives us a penetration because remember we have a maul. Okay. So we will lose some penetrating value considerably on this bar. So we're down to 3.7. So we do, if we can get the perfected, this is when the perfected benefits us, right? Light and heavy attacks deal an additional 1,353. We're going to be using bound armament. Now you don't need to get the perfected, but just note when you're bar swapping, your DPS can drop. So just a heads up. We're going to get that extra bonus to weaving. Okay. 2 pieces of light Molakina. We're going to be doing light attacks, right? Might as well trigger overkill, because it's going to increase our weapon and spell damage. Now, it will increase the cost of our abilities, but that's why, just like my other builds, we use the Vicious Ophidian. It gives us crit. It gives us our Minor Slayer. It gives us additional crit. It gives us weapon damage. But here's the key. Reduces the cost of your stamina abilities by 8%, negating the negative effect of Molakina. Oh yeah. So, this is Divine. This is Infused. Divine Shoulders. Belt. Divine. Now, I do have the chest with Max Magicka. The reason being because of my layout. If you feel like you don't need it, that's fine. But I did opt to put Max Magicka on my chest. And my shoulder has health. But if you want to go with another Magicka or Stamina, that's up to you. You can make those adjustments. Divine Stamina. Divine Stamina. Divine Stamina. Divine Stamina. Infused Weapon. Infused Weapon. If you want to go too bloodthirsty, you can. But I like the scale. And I'm keeping 1 recovery. 1. If you want to go with an extra weapon damage, you can. I like the extra little bit of recovery. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get into the skills. The primary bar, Stampede, Bound Armaments, Barb Trap, Executioner, Camouflage Hunter. We don't need Camouflage Hunter because we're going to be triggering the Minor Berserk. So if you wanted to go with the other morph to reduce the cost of your Flawless Dawnbreaker, that is an option, but keep in mind you have to activate its cost to reduce the Flawless Dawnbreaker cost. Back bar, Critical Surge, Self-Sustaining Heals, Lightning Flood. It's going to give us a synergy, but we're going to be dealing a lot of shock damage. So, nice lay. Just lay, set and forget. Set and forget. Unstable Wall for our Maelstrom. Razor Caltrops, Hurricane, and of course Summon Charge Atronach. Right? Okie day. Alrighty now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stat adjustment. What our stats look like. $82, $57. Oh baby. Oh baby. And just with having this on, our light attacks are dealing 9-5 base. And when you're doing this, you can so now let's go ahead, add the now we're up to almost 27, 28. And remember, it has an AoE. The 2H has an AoE. That's one thing I love about it. And you'll see it's great. And 23 recovery. So it looks really great. Now remember, our light attacks also have a on 2H a splash damage. So we have a built-in AoE. So really nice. Now let's show you guys what light attacks do without the wall and what it does with the wall really quick. So we'll drink our brutality. Trigger 8, 9, right? 9, 5, 9, 5. Now 12, 6. You have been introduced to the secret build. Shh. Don't tell anybody to watch this video. It must remain a secret. As always, I'm Mr. Graven. This is Mistick's MMOs. Have a good one, y'all.